Hello everyone, welcome back to another great episode of Raihan's Cuisines. Today we're going to be making Gobi Manchurian, or which is cauliflower Manchurian. This is an Indo Chinese dish and I've been meaning to do this, and I'll tell you why I haven't done this recipe. It's because I was always really reluctant to fry cauliflower in oil because I know cauliflower soaks up a lot, so I kind of was staying away from that. So since I got my air fryer, I decided to make one batch in my air fryer and one we did the conventional way of deep frying it. If you want to find out what the results are, that will be in the end. But before that, if you want to find out how I made this, let's go ahead, discuss all the ingredients, and then I'll show you how we can start off with. We're going to take these cauliflowers. Now they're just, I've cut them in about 1-inch pieces here, and you want to make sure that they kind of stay the same size. So I just, I'm sure you didn't want me to, cut up the whole cauliflower, but this is how it is. I have here about 4 cups of water boiling. To that, we're going to be adding some salt, and then we're going to place the cauliflower in there. We're going to boil the cauliflower for about 4 to 5 minutes until they're a little fork tender. Let's talk about the ingredients while our cauliflower is boiling. So here I have the binding mixture that we're going to use to bind the cauliflower florets, and then we're going to be using that to either fry or air fry that. So here I have half a cup of plain white all-purpose flour. Here I have 1/4 cup rice flour, and I have 1/4 cup of cornstarch. Now, if you can't get a hold of cornstarch, there are a couple other flours that you can get a hold of. You could do arrowroot flour, you could do potato starch, or tapioca starch. So just keep that in mind. They're all relatively around in the same category, so you kind of get the same result from that. Now in this dough, we're going to be adding about 1/2 teaspoon of, 1 teaspoon of ginger and garlic. The other 1 teaspoon, we're going to be adding it into the sauce, which I'll talk about a little bit later. A teaspoon of lemon pepper, a teaspoon of chili powder, or you could do cayenne. You could do any type of hot, anything hot. Then I have here 1 tablespoon of black pepper, which we're going to do half in the dough mixture, and then we're going to do half in the sauce mixture. So then we're also going to be adding a little bit of salt to the binding mixture, and we're going to be adding about 2 tablespoons of. So here our cauliflower is nice and fork tender. So I'm going to take this, I'm going to drain it, and then I'm going to pour cold water in it to stop it from cooking. You can see the consistency here, that it's still a little bit thick. You want it to be a little bit of a pouring consistency. Also, make sure you kind of taste the batter just a little bit so that you kind of know if it needs a little bit more salt, a little bit more chilies, or if it needs a little bit more lemon pepper. So this is pretty good. It's a pouring consistency. So now we're going to add this to the cauliflower. So what we're going to do now is, you can see that the oil is ready. When you put it in, it should sizzle like that. I'm going to place it in there. So we're going to be comparing the fried cauliflower and the air fried cauliflower and see if it turns out almost the same, and is it worth, having the fried one, or is it worth to do it in the air fryer. So we're just gonna put these in, and we're gonna fry these, and then we're gonna take them out. See that these are light in color, so I'm gonna take these out, and then we're gonna put them back in the oil on very, very high heat to make them super crunchy. And then the next step, I'm gonna show you how to do this in the air fryer if you have one, and if you don't have one, then if you would like to get one, because I love mine, I absolutely love mine, and this recipe will actually tell us how close this is gonna come to having oilless. In there for about 30 seconds. Look at the color. Now we're just gonna take these out. Next step, I'm gonna show you the air fryer. We're gonna fry it in the air fryer. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna start placing the florets right into my basket here, and we're gonna put it in for 5 minutes at 400 degrees. So I'm just gonna do that, and then I'll show you my how I do my machine. Let me just put them all in first. So here is the one that's been done for 5 minutes. So now with using my spatula, I can already tell that they're crisping up. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to flip each one of them, and then I'm going to spray some oil right on top of it. We're going to put it back in for 400 degrees, another 5 minutes. When we come back, I'll show you what that looks. Got these out, and I don't know if you can hear that. It's crispy, but it's not as crispy as I want. So they're going to go back in 400 degrees. You can tell the difference, but see that it has browned really well. So I think now I'm satisfied with it. So I'm going to take these out, and I'm going to put it on the plate where I have the other ones, and then let's make the sauce. It's the same frying pan that I'm using that I used to fry the first batch of cauliflower, and I've reserved about 2 tablespoons of oil in here. We're going to wait for this to warm up a little, and then we're going to start adding our ingredients in there. All right, once our oil gets nice and hot, we're going to go ahead and add 1 teaspoon of fresh ginger and garlic, and then 1 small onion that I have finely diced. We're going to mix this really, really well because I want all those flavors to get infused really well to give us a very, very delicious sauce. Now we add half a cup of spring onions that I've also chopped up finely. 1 Anaheim pepper that I have chopped up very finely. You can also go ahead and add something hotter that if you would like an habanero pepper or a serrano pepper. You want to mix all this really, really well. Once this gets really nice and transparent, we'll add 1 teaspoon of black pepper, 2 tablespoons of sambal chili garlic sauce. Mix this really well. And then we're going to be adding 1 teaspoon of my homemade red chutney that I'm going to put the link above and also in the description box below. This gives it a really, really nice taste. Now we're going to mix it really, really well. And then go ahead and add 3 tablespoons of tomato ketchup. Mix everything so that all the ingredients are incorporated really, really well. Next, 3 tablespoons of sweet chili sauce. Now this is my Thai sweet chili sauce, and I like this sauce to be just a little sweet. Now we'll add the 2 tablespoons of soy sauce in there. We're just gonna mix all this really, really well. And then last thing we're gonna do is I'm just gonna sprinkle a little bit of my pink Himalayan salt on it. You don't have to, you can wait until you do your taste test. Now what we're gonna do is just add a tablespoon of vinegar in here. You wanna give it a taste test and make sure that all your flavors are just perfect. You know, the sourness, the salt, the sweetness from the chili pepper sauce or the ketchup. Everything has to be perfect, and if you feel like it's not sweet enough, add a little bit more ketchup in there. If you feel like it's not spicy enough, then add a little bit more of chili garlic sauce in there. So you see now we got this where it's cooked up really well. At this point now what I'm going to do is I'm going to be adding a little bit of water in here, and then we're going to add the cornstarch slurry in there, and it's gonna become nice and thick. Then we're gonna mix up the cauliflowers together. So now I'm adding about 3 tablespoons of water because I really need to loosen up this sauce a little bit. And then I also have a mixture here that I have mixed with a tablespoon of cornstarch and 2 tablespoons of water. We're gonna add that in there, stir it, and this should thicken up our sauce really, really nicely. So just keep on stirring until you have a really nice consistency of the sauce. Two versions right here. We've got the fried one, and then we've got the one that we did in the air fryer. The air fryer one seems okay, seems quite crispy, but obviously the fried one is more crispy. So once we mix the sauces in, we'll be able to tell exactly is there a difference in it or not. All right, so we've got one that we did in the air fryer, and we did one that we fried. So which one should I try first, Sakina?
Fried.
Fried? Okay. So, and by the way, I always forget to thank Sakina. She's really helping us out recording here. So thank you so much. Okay. This is delicious. It's a little spicy for me, but that's okay. I'm gonna be serving these with Cantonese noodles. These ones, the outer, there's a shell, and then inside is really nice and soft, but there's texture. Now let's see how we're gonna get with the one that we air fried. We get a good piece. Being completely honest, this one has got that texture on the outside, that shell. This one has it, but it's not so much. Obviously, this one tastes amazing. This one tastes great. So, but knowing how much oil that would get soaked up in the cauliflower, I'm happy if I were to do this again ever, that I would be doing this in the air fryer. One, it's easier. Two, it's super healthier, but I wanted to show you 2 methods of doing it because I know that a lot of you don't have an air fryer. But just because I love the air fryer, I kind of wanted to do both and give you an honest opinion on both of the fried and the air fried one. So this concludes our episode of making Gobi Manchurian, or which is the full Gobi Manchurian, or which is a cauliflower Manchurian. It's an Indo Chinese dish. It's superb. The sauce taste is amazing. Although I said it's a little spicy for me on my end, but otherwise it's superb. So thank you so much for joining me on this episode of Raihana's Cuisines. Hope you can join me here next time with another great video. If you haven't subscribed yet and you like this video, please go ahead and subscribe and give me a thumbs up. Please share this video on all the on Pinterest, on Twitter, on Facebook. Share this video so that I can get up to 100,000 subscribers. And once I do, I will be doing a video on how to make my famous chicken wings in the air fryer, and also that video I will compare it with the fried and the one that I've air fried. So we'll see you here back next time with another amazing video.